All right, welcome back. Democrats beginning their impeachment tour today as key faces in the party ramp up their rhetoric about the White House and Republicans.
I will fight every day until he is impeached.
In terms of the bonus that corporate America received versus the crumbs that they are giving.
I won the places that are optimistic, diverse, dynamic, moving forward, and his whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards.
Okay, so this impeachment tour coming as the left declares the race in Pennsylvania that in western Pennsylvania is over, touting it as a turning point for the party. But is it really? Here to debate that is Democratic strategist Joel Payne and commentary writer for the Washington Examiner, Philip Wegmann. Gentlemen, thanks so much for coming on this morning. Joel, I want to start with you. The Republicans obviously are going to contest this Conor Lamb victory in western Pennsylvania. It was very tight, but even so, I think even if you look at it as a statistical tie here, it's still a big move for the Democrats, and it was a big moment. What do you think can be learned from the party about this race?
Democrats had a great night on Tuesday, and I think the lesson to take away from here is Conor Lamb was the right candidate in the right district, the Pennsylvania 18 district, which, by the way, even the fact that that was up for contest just shows you that the Trump agenda is really failing in Trump country. This was a plus 20 district 16 months ago in November 2016, and now you've got a Democrat not just competing but winning in that district. That has to have people on the right apoplectic and really concerned about whether the Trump agenda is actually connecting in Trump country.
Phil, let's go over to you. Is Conor Lamb much of a Democrat? Is my question to you. I mean, he slid in there and it looks like he's going to win this thing. But when you look at his politics, yeah, it depends on how you look at it. But go ahead.
Well, if Democrats are eager to win back a majority, I think that they need to look at the blueprint that Conor Lamb laid out because, as Joel said, he was the right candidate at the right time in the right district. He did his best to run as a moderate Democrat, even to, paint himself as a conservative Democrat. And if Democrats can rerun this play across the country, if they can do what they did in 2006 under the leadership of Howard Dean and not move to the left, but rather make a play towards the center, I think that they're incredibly competitive at winning back the House.
Let's go back to you, Joel. Do you think that moderation here, that being a moderate Democrat would be a better fight?
I think being a Democrat that represents your district and represents what people are concerned about. Listen, in this part of the country, people are really concerned about economic issues. There are going to be other parts of the country where people are concerned maybe a little bit more about social issues. You have to find, just as Republicans have to do this, Democrats have to find the right candidates that speak to voters in a certain area. I will say this, I think that we have to really be concerned about President Trump's agenda. I mean, again, I hate to underscore the point, but this is Trump country. This is not an area where Democrats should be doing well. I think that there's got to be some soul searching on the right here about whether or not President Trump and you look at the tax bill, you look at the steel tariffs, are those things really connecting with his voters?
All right, Phil, your response to that?
Right now, if you look at Pennsylvania, I mean, this was a plus 20 Trump district. And I think what we're seeing, Joel's not that far off the base. It's that tax cuts in and of themselves are not going to be enough for Republicans to run on here in November. They're going to need to find another message that is going to resonate with the voter, especially when you consider the fact that the failure to do away with Obamacare is going to lead to some pretty significant premium increases here in November. So Republicans, they need to be concerned. They need to go back to the drawing board and make certain that they have something to run on, because if Conor Lamb is going to put the blueprint out there and other Democrats are going to run with it, Republicans are going to be in trouble.
All right. Well, they did get rid of the mandate, but you're right. Obamacare still exists, and much to the disdain of many in the Republican Party. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on this morning. We do appreciate it.